to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Bollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Knights will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will take the field first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Davis will throw. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. 45 on its way. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand in Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now improvising. He'll throw it with the catch. It's Rodgers. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet, trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Let's go! They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Farmer. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. So the UCF Knights offense defense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. We can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Takes it on the return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It's hard to stop Greg Hunters. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more.
Sprinting away. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily...
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Farmer. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Big noise in the big house with his huge third down play. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Richardson. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it.